Hi, welcome to my channel Made by Kate. I'm Kate and you're watching part 2 of my video sewing matching jackets for me and for my Frenchie. In last week's video I sewed my winter bomber jacket which you can see behind me. If you haven't seen the video, I will link it in the description, or if I'm able to, I will put it somewhere around me, in the space around me. In this week's video, I'm going to be designing pattern for ladies jacket and also sewing it. And of course, I'm going to be using the same fabrics as for my jacket, hence we're going to be matching. I've talked about fabrics in last week's video, so I'm not going to repeat myself. And that means we can start pattern making and then sewing. And one more thing, this week's model. As you can see, this week's model is fully prepared for this video. She is very excited and she's going to be helping me by not disturbing me, and she's hopefully going to be sleeping the whole time. So let's go. As I mentioned in the last video, 2 years ago I've sewed Lady a jacket. This is it. It's a little bit dirty and worn out, but it served her and it is going to be my starter point in making the new pattern. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to put it on Lady and we'll see what fit changes we need to do. This is going to cost me quite a bit of treats. Tadinho. Toma ali. Toma ali. Yeah. So, Lady, come here. Great. One problem I have with this jacket is that I think it's short. It's not reaching the neck right. Like, it has the hood, so it's fine this way, but I don't want to sew a hood on the new jacket. It's just going to have color. So, Lady, Sally, Dustin. So around 16 centimeters. Hore? Šíkulka. Zastaň. Hore. Zastaň. Around. Okay, I think we have it. Well, one more thing we need to talk about is the new design of the jacket. I will put on screen my excellent sketch work. I made this very basic sketch of what I would like the jacket to look like. This new one won't have a hood, but it will have a collar, and the opening with the snap buttons won't be on her chest and belly. I want the jacket to be closing on the side. I can go two ways with the closure. Either I will just put snap buttons on the neck so the so the jacket can be pulled over her head, or I will just put snap buttons all along one side of the jacket. So I think I'm more inclined to the second version, where the snap buttons will go along her side. Let's go and design the pattern. Originally, I wanted to trace the existing jacket and make adjustments to that, but I was thinking about it too much and overcomplicated it by skipping some steps. So I scrapped it and started again. I went to look into my pattern stash and I found the original pattern. So I traced it on a blank paper and started implementing alterations. I brought up the neckline by 7 centimeters, although I measured 16 centimeters before, but some centimeters will be added with the collar. And this felt like it would be enough. I want to add 7 centimeters of length to the belly part of the jacket. Also, the original pattern was a bit small on her and I had to add these straps of fabric to widen it. So I will be widening the pattern by 8 centimeters in the midline. After I aligned the jacket with the pattern, I realized I was not supposed to add width to the bottom part of the jacket, so I adjusted it. For the design change, I will be moving the buttons to the side of the jacket, and I decided to add the snap buttons only on the neck part of the jacket. At the time, I figured it was easier. Spoiler alert, it was not. The pattern was ready and I saw the first prototype. As you can see, it was too long and the belly seam was very ill-fitting, so the curve there will have to be reduced. Lastly, I have to widen the chest part by 2 centimeters. Second prototype ended up much better. I just realized I did not add enough space for snap buttons, so I measured how much I need on my bomber jacket and I transferred it to both sides of the opening part. Yesterday I started making changes to ladies jacket pattern. I made two versions which I made mock-ups to. This morning I finished the last pattern modifications and I'm not going to make another mock-up because it will be good enough to make jacket according to this pattern. So now I'm going to cut the fabrics and start sewing. Also, yesterday in the evening it started snowing where I live, and this morning I woke up to the best view. The snow is still there and I just hope it will last till the jacket is finished and we can film the reveal outside in the snow. That is quite perfect for this video. And also it's quite soon to be snowing here at the end of November, but I don't mind. It's Sunday. I don't have to drive in the snow, so I will enjoy it while it lasts. Let's get to cutting the fabrics. We've come to an end to second part of sewing matching jackets for me and for my Frenchie. We already went out on a dog walk wearing our matching jackets, and I must say, Lady really liked her jacket, or at least she didn't complain about it, and she looked cute, and we were matching, so I think the goal was met, and I can't wait to be matching with her the whole winter. I must say, I thought the altering of the pattern would be the hardest part of this video, but that went quite alright. I had to make 3 versions of the pattern and 2 prototypes out of just plain cotton fabric. So here it is. It is already dirty thanks to the dog walk. As you can see, I went with the first option, so this can go over her head and then I can close it around her neck. I think I didn't give you the reason why I chosen this design, and with her last jacket we had a problem that the snap buttons were popping when she was running outside, and her jacket was always flapping open, which was frustrating for me and for my fiance when we were with her on a dog walk. And if this pops open, it still, yes, it will be open, but it won't come off her so easily due to the fact that her second leg is still trapped inside of the jacket. To the most difficult part of this sewing project, it was actually the fact that I'm not as skilled as maybe I thought. Well, I definitely am not as skilled, but I was sewing, I was telling myself like, wow, this is going to be so quick. I will have it ready in 2 hours or less. But then I went to turn it inside out, and then I stumbled across the problem because I was not able to turn it out inside out due to the way I was constructing it. And I spent maybe half an hour figuring out what do I need to seam rip so I can turn it inside out and then sew it back together. I thought that if this part, like basically the whole second leg, is open, then I can turn it inside out, but I was just turning it into a tunnel, and then I had to basically seam rip this belly part. Oh, this is really difficult to show you. So this belly part I seam ripped and then sewed it back together so it doesn't look as good as before with all the top stitching I made. Must say, stitch ripping the top stitching was very time consuming, but what can you do, right? If you made a mistake, you have to correct yourself. I'm just thinking what order of the steps I would choose if I was to sew it again, but honestly I'm not sure which is the best. Obviously I'm not professional, so I don't know always the right procedure, but I'm really happy that I could sew it even with little difficulties. And I think that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Please give it a like if you liked it. Maybe share it with friends who might like it too. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. Bye!